You know, we enjoy on 3+U every single day having a chance to highlight the local businesses that are here to help the local people that are here. That's going to apply too to our next guest. This is Roy Michael Roman. He has RMR Legal up in Cleveland, and if you want to talk about a local guy proud of his hometown, it's Roy Michael Roman. Good to see you.
It's so good to see you again.
So you and I have only chatted a couple of times, and yet you really had this impression on me. I remembered some things about you from that conversation.
Sure.
Off the bat, that you Cleveland kid growing up, love your hometown, got right in sponsoring some fun events that you were a part of as a kid. But then I didn't realize something until today, and that is that you left a big Manhattan firm to come back home just a year ago.
Just a year ago. It was a tough decision, but probably the best decision I've ever made. I mean, it was hard to leave the city, being up in New York City, the lights, the dream that everyone has when you want to do big corporate law. But again, there's just something about home.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't stop thinking about Cleveland. All my people are in Cleveland, and I said, at some point, I think it's time. The opportunity opened up for me, and we're just so blessed to be back.
So opportunities have continued to open up for you since you've been home. So as I understand it, June marks 1 year of being with the office open.
June is
right?
1 year of RMR Legal being open. It comes from several years in New York and several years preparing for that opportunity in New York, and so we're just so excited.
In that short span of time, you've been in this office that we'll show you the address for, this old house there in Cleveland, but you're renovating a space, about to move in. So is that going to broaden then your ability to help even more clients?
Absolutely. I mean, right now we've been in such a wonderful location, the historic Tipton Filler House right in downtown Cleveland. Now we're moving into another historic building, what I've been told is the 7th building built in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
It's the old Dietrich Law Firm building. We've renovated it, completely gutted it from top to bottom. We're going to be having a grand opening, hopefully a move-in by Valentine's Day, and we are just so excited to expand. I mean, getting that extra space is going to allow us to serve so many more people in Bradley County and the surrounding areas.
Okay, so we've kind of set the tone, so you get this idea of the heart that's behind it, but now let's talk about what's involved when you get an attorney. You said you're kind of a full spectrum law firm, so you mentioned your background in corporate litigation. That's still there, but you also do the personal side.
Absolutely. This is the vision. Corporate America is so complex, right? And it's so hard to compare the two when it comes to New York City and Cleveland. But we thought, why can't we bring that corporate litigation feel and apply it to local Bradley County cases? And that's the goal. We want everyone to feel, from a corporate client that's coming from a big high dollar company to a person coming in for a simple divorce or a will or a criminal case, you get the same kind of elite legal commitment to each case, no matter what.
And even though you use the word simple, that really is probably not the right term. It might be simple to you, but if it is a will, for example, the wordage matters very much.
Absolutely. And in law, there are things that you call a simple matter or a complex matter. But again, we try to take that elite civil litigation, commercial civil litigation approach and apply it to every case we have that walks in the door.
You do have an elite background. I'll do the bragging for you, but you're an Ivy Leaguer, went to Penn, law school at Duke. And yet, I imagine a lot of what gives you your success is being able to be flexible so that you go from a boardroom meeting to a person who might not have ever gone this walk before.
Absolutely. The main thing for me is I'm from Cleveland. I know what matters to me because I've lived there my whole life. And so that you can take that and apply it to what people want in a lawyer in Bradley County.
Right.
And that's where we try to find the connection. Absolutely.
So Bradley County is growing. I mean, we hear Northern Hamilton County is so quickly growing, and then it's just a lockstep up to Bradley. So I'm sure it's a haven for a lot of small businesses doing the same thing. They love Cleveland.
Absolutely.
Could they benefit from your guidance as they begin to open?
Absolutely. We've been working with several local small businesses, providing corporate formality advice, giving them insights on here's how are ways to insulate yourselves from liability on a go-forward basis, especially as you grow, but also as the town grows. It's so important.
Is part of the law actually preventive? Does the law have to always be reactive, or is preventive a good thing to point out?
My biggest advice is if you can get ahead of an issue, you might as well. Sometimes people want to wait to the very last second and they'll call us on the eve before a hearing or the eve before a case that needs to be filed. And we'll always say, if I had just come in 6 weeks prior, we probably could have stopped this from happening or at least kept it from being so last minute in a breath.
Most of the time, are they going to have a chance to talk with you?
Absolutely. Our goal
Okay.
is to get folks in on a free consultation with me specifically.
Okay.
If that's not possible, we'll have them with one of the awesome members of our team to filter cases and get them set within the right person with the firm. But at the end of the day, we want people with me as much as they can. And then if there's another member of the team, if they work with mom is another lawyer for the firm. She's a recent law school graduate, also a 20-year Bradley County teacher.
Wow.
It's just depending on who and what kind of case it is, we'll have someone for you.
You know, I know there's kind of this misconception, I would argue misconception, that the law is kind of dry. But somewhere in there, I think when you take your, make your oath or whatever that you do as an attorney, you promise to apply the law with passion.
Absolutely.
Isn't that right?
It's so
So
right.
Bradley County's your passion.
Bradley County is my passion. We love these kinds of cases. We love going to court. It's so exciting for us. And our thing is this: we want to make the law exciting again. It's such a old, historic, knowledgeable field. But if we can bring some excitement back to the law, that's going to be our goal every single day of the week.
It was good to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
So for right now, here's where you'll find him. RMR Legal, currently on Broad Street at 63 Broad Street. They're about to be moving pretty much across the street, but the phone number won't change, 528-8484, online, rmrlegal.com. And you came on a good day, because guess what Mondays are around here?
What's Monday?
They're our dad joke of the week around here.
Uh-oh.
Our coworker Jason Wright always has some kind of corny joke up his sleeve. His bow tie is ready this morning. Here's today's installment of the dad joke of the week.
Your dad joke of the week, brought to you by West Yellow Knife Trading Post.
Hi there, and welcome to this week's Dad Joke of the Week. I was out in the yard the other day and I tried to catch some fog, but I missed. I also went to the blood bank and they told me I had type A blood. I think that was a typo. Thank you.
Jason, come on, that was bad, really bad. Anyway, for something good though, come to West Yellow Knife in Dalton. You better get it when you see it at the knife.